I guess what are the topics? Is it politics or just pretty much whatever?
Whatever.
Whatever? Okay.
Whatever comes to mind.
Okay.
Wait,
can you get the phone?
They want to rant. They want to tell me I suck. Whatever it is, I'm allowing people to chirp about it without any judgment.
Okay.
It's a voice. It's a new voice for New York.
Oh, great.
That's what
You
it
get the
is.
wire?
Yeah, can you scan it?
We're all
Oh, we
frustrated,
don't.
happy,
We just
things are
need a
going
scan.
on.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes you just need a friend to kind of say something to.
Yeah.
And
This
we are.
particular
I mean,
climate, especially, it's a lot of changes.
A lot, yeah.
A lot of changes.
You know, it's a ton of
This way.
different. I have a few chirps here. Subway chirps, delays, restaurants, cabbies, the people,
What?
tourists.
Yeah,
you know,
all kinds of stuff.
It's funny. It's actually funny, funny stuff. So, I'll introduce the show.
Wait, I'll introduce the show? Or?
No, I will.
Oh, you will. Okay, I was like, I don't know. Well, but there's a show, I was telling them, there's a show I do Saturday mornings that's sort of similar to that.
Which one is it?
It's called It Is What It Is with Adam Fox.
Is it your show?
Well, not really. I mean, he lets me co-host.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
just kind of I engineer and co-host. I didn't want to, but he really insisted I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do mostly like liberal politics and music and entertainment and stuff. So like we've had musical guests on, or we've had people call in, spill their guts.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Yep.
My thing
let's
is
put this
New
in.
York.
Yeah, New York.
And then hopefully moving into
that's-
Miami,
Oh wow.
Los Angeles, big cities.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd like to know what's going on. I want to know what the people are thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing.
Fantastic. Yeah. It should be a good show.
People have their own thoughts. When I read the church, that's when it actually goes ding. People have ideas. People have thoughts that I want to know about.
And then, would you say you have a large audience of people
listening in today?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people.
Well, I mean, the people I mentioned it to should be tuning in.
Okay.
I'd say 30, 40 people.
Yeah. I mean, you can hope that maybe it'll snowball into something.
Oh, yes. Well, that's the idea.
Yeah.
To promote it.
Yeah.
Make it fun. Invite as many people as possible.
Yeah,
that helps.
Yeah, just let people know. Hey, we got the show about New York.
Yeah.
Patrick, did you get the email I sent you? I sent you a second email about the questions.
Yeah, I got it.
With an intro.
So yeah, it's gonna be a fun night. We'll have fun with it.
I'm going to do an intro song, and then I'm going to jump right into the Billy Joel theme.
So what will you do? First?
Oh, well, no, you'll hear the City World Radio intro,
Right.
And then you'll hear the Billy Joel song. And then, I mean, I don't know if you want to play the whole thing or just play part of it. And
yeah.
just, like,
part of it,
you
maybe, I don't know,
Yeah.
10 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, is it?
Yeah. Alright, and then, just so you know, you'll only hear one side on the headphones, like one channel coming out. Unfortunately, like, we're having some issues with the audio right now, so yeah, you only hear
all
the
the
all of them, yeah.
Okay, that's nice.
We got to have a can of soda or something here. It's okay or no?
No, I don't think we have any beverages or anything like
Oh no,
that.
but it's okay to have it open here? It's
Oh
okay?
yeah. Well, as long as it doesn't get on any of the equipment.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
Don't wipe that down.
You might want to shut your ring.
Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, sure.
So, do you know the link to tell Patrick
Let's see.
for the stream? Because the stream is up.
Maybe you guys mind helping me with some of the chirps?
Sure.
Yep.
I can just move it.
Yeah.
Just random. Hey, we'll do about, I don't know, 3 to 5 of them. I don't want to just,
Okay.
whatever it is,
Okay.
whatever's random.
Okay.
What do you think?
I can't read it.
You can't? Here, take some,
Pay attention, miss.
well,
Miss, you're on the phone.
Funny.
Eyes are shut.
which
Walking.
one? So we're going to feature that one. Which one is that?
Something scary about a person wearing a hospital bracelet, scratching all over his skull at the coffee shop.
I like that one, yeah.
So it's youtube.com/ oh man.
There's a few good ones here. I just randomly.
This one must be from the train. Showtime. How about go home
Home
time?
That I want to hear. Yeah, that should be funny.
There's
I don't
a
know,
few
you
funny
just
ones.
wipe the mic. What is this? The ears? I don't
Is
know
the
what you
mic
do.
here? Okay.
Okay, so what is it? It's just
I'm just gonna make a custom. Oh. Custom URL.
ineligible.
Okay, then I guess they just have to search Chirp on YouTube. Go on the.
Oh yeah, it's easy.
Yeah. Just
Live
search
now.
Chirp.
Oh, there's two. Chirp about it. Oh, so both.
No, that's the channel. That's the video.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
Oh,
here's the theme
And then-
song.
Yes, nice come
nice.
Can you see anything?
I was gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah. The original. Like before right here.
Nice.
Anytime you're ready.
Fade it out. Whenever you're ready.
I want to slow down the connection.
Hello, New York City. Patrick Sandhill, Chirp About It Live. We're here in Midtown, New York City. It's a beautiful, in fact, I should say it's a warm, rainy evening. Hope you're all at home relaxing, ready to listen to my exciting show. We have a lovely show lined up. We have two guests. One, we have founder Joe Hendricks of newsheist.com. We also have a very dear friend of mine, Dr. Steve Benning, who is here as well. We have a few questions for him. We'll let him explain his practice and his future goals, what his future goals are. Before I go into that, I'd like to explain to my listeners what Chirp About It is really about. Some of you know what it's about, some of you don't know what it's about. Now, Chirp About It is a platform. It's a platform for all New Yorkers and its guests to share their New York City moments, thoughts, and opinions. Now, you're allowed to share these moments, these thoughts, and these opinions without any judgment. And that's what my show is about. Okay? Whatever you'd like to chirp about, go onto my website, chirpabout.com, call in to the show, 212-631-7553, and just chirp about it. I'd like to hear what's on your mind. I'd like to hear what's going on, where you're at right now. Feel free to please call about it. On my right side here, I have Joe Hendricks. I'm going to have Joe say hello to the public. I'm going to have Joe let him explain his project, News House. Joe, how are you this evening?
Great. Good evening, everyone.
Okay, Joe. Obviously, I am part of your newfounded company, News House. But I'd like, instead of myself doing it, I'd rather you explain to the public, or let the public know exactly what you're doing, what News House is really about.
Sure. And also, if anybody wants to check out the live stream of the studio here, you can go to Chirp About It on YouTube, and the live stream is there right now if you want to see what's going on. So we got newsheist.com, and it's alternative media, so we try to cover stories that are not covered as much in mainstream media. A lot of people don't have trust with some of the stories and the fake news phenomenon going on out there, so it's just something we've been working on. We try to cover international news, politics, technology, some business and finance, and a little bit of culture. And we put some videos up and things like that. So it's like similar to Drudge Report. It's aggregator, and we're expanding into some other areas. We're doing a couple TV shows, and right now we're working on our first documentary. It's about kleptomania. We've got a guy who just steals things every day. He's a real crazy guy. So
What?
we followed him around with the camera, record him stealing things, and talk to a psychologist and security guards and get everybody's perspective on people who shoplift and maybe the difference with the kleptomania.
Something different, new or different concept. Okay. And when was News Heist found?
Well, we started experimenting with it a couple years ago, and we got some feedback, and then we thought about how we could make it better. We want to expand into user-generated content, but we're not quite at that point yet. So we're only aggregating stories and then doing original content. But our next phase will move into the user-generated content. But so we had our first version 2 years ago, and then we took a little break to reevaluate the whole product, and now just maybe over the last half year we've been trying a new version of it and working on all the different areas we want to expand into.
Yeah. Oh, good stuff. And what's the website?
The what? Oh, okay, yeah, newsheist.com.
Check out newsheist.com. Visit the site now, in fact. Well, you know what? Visit after my show. I'd like to keep your attention here. Mukhtar, we also have Mukhtar, who's also a partner as well. He's the CEO of News Heist. Hi, Mukhtar. Is there anything you'd like to mention to the public?
I'd like to mention to the public that you should always keep informed with the news. You can read any source you like, but come to newsheist.com and you'll see the variety of news that's posted. We cover everything from politics to local news to technology, finance, and entertainment.
Great. All right, with that being said, I'd like to go into a few chirps. I went onto my site today. I jotted down some chirps that I thought was mentioned this evening. So I will, Joey and Mukhtar will both help me. Dr. Gettings, you're also welcome to help me as well.
Okay.
We didn't forget about you too. Here we go. In fact, so we're gonna do some reading today, some comments. Who goes first? Do I go first?
I'll do one. Some of these are really hilarious.
All right. Be ready, folks. This is what Chirp About is all about. It's really about New Yorkers voicing their thoughts, their ideas, their opinions. Here we go.
So this one is Jason from Queens, and he says, "There's something scary about a person wearing a hospital bracelet, scratching all over his skull at a coffee shop."
There is something scary about it. Well, this scary, seeing someone with wearing a bracelet in general, outdoors, scares me. There are times I see someone on the train, at a green bean. Why keep it on? Just take it off, rip it off. You're no longer at the hospital. I mean, do you need to promote that you were sick or ill? I don't know.
It's equitable or you
No.
never know.
Who knows? I don't get it. Here's my trip here. I like this one. My A train took 45 minutes to go one stop. 45 minutes. Who has that? Who has that time to waste in New York City? I like that. That's a good 45 minutes. No one has a minute to waste in New York City. Who wants to go next?
Am I the only one who thinks Harrison Ford looks too mature for that either?
What do you think about this? No, I'm going to have an opinion on
You
this.
might be the only one.
I think he's a little too.
Well, I've seen older men wear earrings, but I think the earrings wearing him. I don't think it really fits his style. You know?
It's too big. You know, it's too big in my opinion. Muta, what do you have?
So, James from West Village says, pay attention, miss. You're on the phone. Eyes are shut. Walking. What are you? Making love here?
Yeah, that's true. You know, New Yorkers, people in general, they have a habit. Maybe I'm guilty of it at times as well, of burying their eyes into their phone. It's crazy. You know, it's dangerous, folks. And again, I'm guilty of it as well. I am aware of the fact, so I try to not use my phone as much while I'm out in public. I have another. Joe, okay?
Yeah, sure. All right. We got a bunch of good ones here. So this one's from the MTA, and it's April from Brooklyn, and she says, "It's showtime. How about go home time?" If you've ever been kicked in the face, then you know what we're talking about.
Of course. Some guys are normally, I have to say so. I know, listen, they're trying to earn a decent dollar, an honest dollar. But there are times I just don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear the music. It's just too much sometimes. And you know, it's one after another. You know, a group comes on, showtime, they perform, and you know what? As much as I'm not really a big fan of you guys, I gotta tell you, you guys put a lot of work in. You gotta see the performance. Great stuff. Great stuff. That's my show. For the evening so far. Who goes next? Me? Okay. When you fall asleep on the train and end up in a neighborhood that you think you should move into. Okay, that's Eva from English. All right. When you fall asleep on a train and end up in a neighborhood that you think you should move into. Okay. Wonder what okay. Who's next?
Yeah, this is from a Pat. Looks like a chick in
That's it.
Midtown.
That's actually me.
Oh, that's you, Patrick.
That's
That's
my
his
nickname.
Pat.
That's my
Chick.
Chirp name.
Okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Only in New York do you walk into a Barnes and Noble restroom and find one guy putting on makeup, another one shaving. Where are we? Home?
Yeah, it's crazy. You know, a couple of days ago, we all know maybe this is the last Barnes and Noble left in New York City, 14th Street Square. So again, I walk into the restroom, and there you go. You have one guy, I don't know, thinks he's a girl or whatever, putting on makeup. And you have another guy right next to him shaving. It's a bookstore, fellas. What are you guys doing? I just don't understand. But anyway,
Well, I saw the guy in Penn Station drying his ass on a hand dryer. So
On a hand
that's
dryer?
my chirp. Yeah.
Wow.
He's backed up to the hand dryer.
I don't know if you guys ever watched Mr. Bean.
No,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
that?
yeah.
I've never seen that. Never
Yeah,
watched
The British
that's right.
it. What is
that's
that
right.
show about?
Oh, he doesn't speak at all in his shows or in his comedy movies.
Yeah.
And one time he gets all his clothes wet, so he goes up to a hand dryer and he starts drying his
Right.
clothes. It's just helpless, absolutely.
I like that. See, that's a good one. Muta, what do you have?
So, mine is Darnell from Midtown says, why can't this wannabe preacher lady shut up? It's Monday. Had a wonderful, quiet weekend up to now.
Amen. Amen to that. Oh, I can't forget our engineer in the back here as well. Say hello.
Hello, everybody.
All right. We have a full team here talking about it tonight. You know, really great people helping me out. In fact, if you didn't know, this is my very first broadcast on City World Radio, cityworldradio.com, pardon me. So I will be on every Tuesday, 8 p.m. So this is the last one here from me and from the church that will be reading on every week. So who's next with another church? Is it me? Go.
We come up here. I don't know if we got the name written down correctly, but it sounds like someone I know.
Okay.
It says Paul from the Upper East Side.
Wally, hope you're listening.
Why am I a womanizer? I just love women.
Good. You know what? My thought on that is very interesting because, for me, if the guy doesn't really matter that the guy is in love or is interested in one up to 5 to 10 women at a time, is there something wrong with that? I'd like to hear from some of you guys out there. Why don't you call in and give me the answer? Tell me your thoughts. I'd like to hear your thoughts about it. 212-631-7553. Let me know your thoughts on that. Whoever's listening on it, please. I think guys are allowed to be interested in multiple people. Focus on that.
The key word is womanizing.
Womanizing.
Yeah, that's different.
Break that down
being
for us,
with
doctor,
women.
please.
Well, it sounds like a manipulative kind of a relationship to womanize.
I see. What do you think about it? What do you think?
I think people can do whatever they want to do. They're not hurting somebody. But the term womanizing is probably not accurate. If you love women, you're not doing that. You're having relationships with women. I don't think wrong with that if everybody's agreeing.
Right. Totally agree with that. So love who you want to love as much as you want to love. Who cares? All right? Just like this show. Chirp about it. Who cares? Call in. Go onto the website, chirpabout.com. I'd like to read the chirp. I'm up, huh? Okay. Taking ballet class with a tune of live piano mixed with sirens and Queen Pidgey on the windowsill. That's from Joyce on the upper.
We have a caller.
We have a caller. All right, how do we do this here? This is my first time, so I need your help. So please. All right, Chirp About It Live. This is Pat's Angel.
Hey Pat, it's Johnny, and now I'm listening to your show.
Johnny, thank you for calling. How are you?
Oh, great show. I love your topic, and I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking about lots of women. I think when you stop looking, you're dead.
You're right about that. By the way, folks, if you're listening, this is Johnny, the president of City World Radio. So I'm happy to hear from him. It's an honor.
Well, I'm loving the show. You know me laughing so much. It's a great team, great audience. Great. It's just really fun to listen to.
Oh, great. I'm so happy to hear that from you. I'm really happy to hear that. Well, stay tuned. You and the audience, stay tuned. We have a lot more
Oh,
shows.
I'm loving it, man. And I think about women all the time, but what can I say?
Yeah. Well, I think I must be wondering. You probably were wondering what the show is really about. But now you probably have an idea.
I'm tripping about it, man. Guilty as charged. So there you go.
I love it. Well, thank you, Johnny. Thank you very much for calling in.
Carry on. It sounds great. We're listening to it all over here.
Okay,
so
great.
Carry on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Carry on. Bye-bye.
What a great man, huh? Great man. Johnny. So that was my turn from Joyce. Before we got the wonderful call from the president of City World Radio, Johnny. Who's next? Dr. Steve. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is from Rosemary in Bay Ridge. Delays on my morning train. Will there ever be another story? No, Rosemary, there won't. That's it. You're doing.
Did you just add on that last few words? Those last few words?
That was me talking.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Okay, Rosemary. All right, there you go, Rosemary. You and I both. Maybe you and I all. Will there ever be a story? Why is there so many issues with the train? I mean, as much money as they're taking from us. By the way, I think we're going up for the next fare hike next month or so. Am I correct? Anyone know?
Up to $3?
Call in, let me know. I think there's a fare hike coming up sometime in February. If that is, that sucks. Really sucks. But anyhow.
But I should say one thing about the MTA. In many other developed countries or really developed cities, your fare depends on how far you go or the distance you travel. New York City's MTA is it's a constant price, no matter how far you go. So you can go from one end of the city, like from airport all the way to Bronx, and you pay one price.
Yeah, well, of course.
So
Well, how do they do? That's interesting. I never heard of that. What country?
If you don't leave, it's actually great.
Well,
Because
that's
that
true.
means for $3,
Yeah.
you can
For example,
spend the entire day.
Well, what can I say? I love New York City. Why would I want to go anywhere? People from all over the world are coming here, and they love it here. Why the heck would I want to leave this city? New York City, Chirp about it. Let's go. We're live.
No, I mean, if you don't leave the subway,
Well,
for $3 is a great deal.
well, that's of course. Well, you know, I buy the weekly the one for 31 bucks. Now I think it's going up to 32 bucks. And you know, there's times I do find some Metro cards. A monkey's Metro card is on as well. So just so you know. So if you're passing by a Metro card on the street, don't dip anybody's pockets now, but if you're passing by, it's on the ground. I advise
Are you that guy by the turnstile swiping Metro cards?
Huh? Well, no. Listen, if I walk out of a Starbucks and there's a Metro card as I walk up the block and it's right there waiting for me, of course I'll pick it up. Why not?
There you
Yeah,
go.
I may hand it over to someone else because I have my own. But the point is, you know, if I check the balance and there is a balance here, so most of the time I just hand it over to someone else.
Also, what's spectacular about the MTA is it works 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's not very common.
Yeah, you know, Mukhtar, a week ago he picked up a car that had $10 on it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So listen, if you see those cars on the ground, times are hard in New York City for some. Pick it up. Save yourself a couple of bucks. You know, before the hike goes takes effect. Who's next with the chirp?
Okay, I got my last one. Dear MTA, I'm trying so hard to be a responsible adult. Why'd you make it impossible? Angela from Bronx.
MTA, Angela's late all the time. You ain't getting her fired. Her boss probably thinks she's irresponsible, which probably isn't the case. Probably is the case. Who knows? You know, there are a lot of people out there. I gotta tell you, they use the MTA as an excuse to not arrive on time to work. There are millions of people do that in this city. There's no question about it.
Absolutely.
No question. I know for sure. Good subway. Why are you late? 5 minutes late. 10 minutes late. I the train. Even for dates. You know, the train is always late. But which is true. Trains are always delayed. Who's next to this? Joey, Sanders?
I think I'm up here. So we got Edward in Union Square who says, how can you act like a zombie in a fast-paced city like New York City?
Very true. It's very, very true. How could you act like a zombie in a fast-paced city?
Well, you know,
Go ahead.
in our current society, we have all kinds of drugs, alcohol problems, and then
I see where you're going.
especially from the youth, you just see certain people, they listen to their music
Yeah,
and they just walk a straight line.
yeah.
They don't even realize the car passing by.
Yeah.
So it's almost a zombie.
No, you're right. Everyone's buried into these devices.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're on Twitter, maybe they're chirping about it. Who the hell knows? They're on the devices. They're walking like zombies, bumping into people, bumping into cars, bumping into babies. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy, folks. Pay attention out there. Pay attention. Well, we're going to chirp about it. We're going to hear about it. Go ahead. Who's next? Patrick? Okay, that's myself. All right. By the way, folks, call in, please. We'd love to hear your chirps. 212-631-7553. Call in. Chirp about it live. Let's go. When a stranger on the train eyes you throughout your entire ride, finally he rushes over to let you know you have the same pair of shoes as he does. I mean, ridiculous. There we go. We have a caller. All right. Let's see. Chirp about it. Let's go. Who do we have?
This is Esther calling from California.
Hi, Esther. How are you?
Good.
Good. What are you calling the chirp about? Welcome to the show.
What's that? Yeah, I'm having trouble watching, but, all right. Joey?
Esther! My goodness.
So like, you say what's on your mind. That's how Chirp About It works. So what's on your mind?
Oh, what's on my mind? Well, let's see. I'm a little nervous about the inauguration Sunday, or Friday.
Yeah.
I hope everything's going to be calm and peaceful and that the country can come together.
Yeah, you know, go ahead.
We have a lot of first liberals here in California, but everybody seems to be pretty accepting areas I work at and hang out at.
Yeah. Well, at this point, that's on my point of view. I just had a discussion a few hours ago with someone. He won. The guy won. Right now, as you've mentioned, it's time for everybody, not only him, to try to get together. All right, and try to be positive, remain positive, and calm, and give the guy a fair shot. Whether you're a fan or not, the guy will become the 45th president of the United States, the free world. So my opinion, my thoughts on this would be just to really allow the guy a fair chance. And that's my take on it at this point. But it is tough for some. You see the pain on some people's faces. It's really real. It's tragic.
Yeah, I think what really kind of bothers me is the number of senators that are going to boycott the inauguration.
Yeah.
Rather than, giving someone a fair shot, that's what democracy is about.
Yeah. That's what you brought up a great point. In fact, that's one point that I actually wrote about to bring up. The fact that the Democrats, I don't know, maybe 39 of them, maybe the number is increasing before the inauguration. But it's them doing that, or doing this or doing that, whatever it is actually causing separation. It's dividing. It's really dividing the people. What they should have done, again, my opinion, Chirp about it, my opinion, my thoughts, don't judge me. I think they should go, support the man, and keep it together. They are part of the process. So how could you be part of the process and not be part of the process? It doesn't make any sense to you. That's cause of dividing, the nation.
Yeah, if you want to make changes, then go to your job at the Congress or the Senate and do your job there, but don't divide even further.
Yeah. I mean, that's the truth. People love to use excuses. And I think this is one form of an reason to just continue this divide within our nation. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'm glad that you brought that point up because I do have that's my thought on that. I think these guys, if you're listening out there, congressmen, senators, you should not boycott. Okay, the 45th president's swearing in. You should show up, whether you agree with him or not. You are part of the process. You all are part of the process. So show up, guys. Show up. Let's do it the right way, please.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Sandoval.
That was Joey. Oh, great. I love it. Keep calling in, Esther. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay, I just figured it out, so now I know. All right.
Thank you, Esther.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Well, that was a great caller. She checked about her thoughts on. Oh, we have another caller. All right, let's go. Tell everybody live. Let's go. Pat Angel.
Hey, Patrick, how are you?
I'm doing well. What do we have on the
I'm just
air?
calling to say hello. Congratulations.
Oscar Brinson.
How are you?
Yay. I'm doing very well. This is my very, very first show. I hope I'm doing well out there. How do I sound?
You sound good and you're doing the thing.
All right, man. Thank you. Thank you very much for calling. I need all the support. Keep calling
I'm
in.
here to support you, bro.
All right, I hear you, Oscar. How's your day,
I'm
man?
listening to it now.
All right, what do you got to chirp about other than that? Got any chirp
Just
for
to
me
say
now?
congratulations to my man Patrick Tabor.
Thank you. Thank you. New York City, we're live. Live and direct in Midtown.
There you go.
CityWorldRadio.com.
But I hear you talking now. How you talking to me and talking on the radio?
That's right. We're live and direct. We're live. Everybody live.
I'm on it live now?
You're live now. You're famous.
Oh, you kidding me?
Don't ask me for royalties.
No, I wouldn't do that. You're my man.
No, of course, Oscar. Thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
The pleasure's all mine. When am I going to hear myself?
There's an archive. You can go to the archive, cityworld.com, and you can archive. The show's are archived, am I correct? Yeah.
Right, I'm listening to it now.
You're listening to it now. Tomorrow you'll be able to listen to it as well.
Okay.
All right. All right, Alex.
All right,
Thanks for
son.
calling in. Thanks for calling in. Love you,
The
bro.
pleasure's all mine.
All
Good
right.
luck.
All right, good. There we go. That's Oscar Branson, a good friend of mine, long time friend of mine. Yeah, we're having fun right now, guys. What do you think? Tell us about
It's
it.
great.
First,
It's great.
Dr. Danger, your time is about to come up. We didn't forget about you. We have a lot more to discuss with Dr. Denninger. By the way, I've known Steve quite some time now. 14, 15 years, I'd say. We share mutual friends. And I have to say something about Steve, Dr. Denninger. Maybe I've mentioned this to you, maybe not. But I see him as he's something towards me, and maybe I mentioned that to you a couple of years ago. I don't know, but I do remember you saying something to me about 3 years ago, and you kind of held me by my shoulder and you said, you know what, I've seen you grow up, and that meant a lot to me, you know. So again, I just wanted to mention that to you. You're a great man, great man. Yeah. You supported, I went through something a few years ago. You were there in my ear, chirping, but eventually it worked and had somewhat effect. So I really applaud you for that. Yeah. So are we done with chirp right now, or should we just go right into Dr. Reddy? What do you think? Do you have any more chirps, Joey?
I don't have any left. I don't know.
There's another one about a train, but we
All right, let's do that. Let's give it one more time.
It's the
Let's talk
train.
about it, Doc. Why not? The train. It's always an
Okay.
issue with the train. The yellow cab. I haven't heard about yellow cab. Somebody call in. Give me a yellow cab chirp, please.
This is from Hisham in Brooklyn.
Okay.
5 a.m. 5 a.m. The train is so packed. Not only do I not have a seat, there's no space to put my bag down. The hustle is so real in here. There you go.
Tell me about it live. Pat Saintville. Tell me about
Hey,
it.
how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing very well. Who do we have on the air?
Oh, I'm just calling from Canada, and I was just curious how you guys felt about the immigration policies, how open-ended they are up in here in Canada, and immigrating all these Muslims up here, and what that might do if any of them should cross the border and commit some horrific act. Yeah, we're really concerned because for years our brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles have lived there for generations, and we have a pretty easy way of crossing through land borders and connecting with relatives and folks. And when the 9/11 attack happened, they just shut those borders down, and it really affected a lot of our long-standing families here. So we're really concerned about that up here.
Oh, that is a true concern. Anybody would like to weigh in on that?
Well, about immigration policy, I think it's sort of unfair that certain people can just cross into the border. Cross into the country, and they don't have to go through the extreme vetting process that people from Canada need to go through when they want to study in America or when they want to work here. And why do certain people get to disobey the law while others have to follow it and they have to suffer as a consequence?
Good point. Good question. Caller, is that your turn for the evening, or you'd like to touch some more? I'd love to hear
Well,
that.
maybe one other issue.
Sure,
you know that water's being a great concern as well, and we have a lot in Canada, and I'd like to see a little more, maybe pipelines full of water going down there, diverting some of our water down there. It's surely needed in some of your areas. And it just doesn't seem like they're addressing that seriously enough.
Right. All right. Well, our audience, if you'd like to comment on this gentleman's, church for the evening, please call in. Give us an answer to this gentleman's concern, which are real concern. 212-631-7553. That's Chirp Let It Live. Thank you, caller. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye now.
thanks for calling. All right, so we're half past the hour. Wow, time flies when we're having fun, huh? All right. On that note, I was just talking about Dr. Denninger before we got another interesting call, which I love. Steve, so let's tell us a little bit about your practice. I know you're an expert in getting rid of pain, both physically and emotionally.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about
Okay. Well, you know, I.
Oh boy. Someone doesn't like Dr. Steve. Is that what it is? Go ahead, tell them about it live. Pat St. Joe.
Hey, Patrick.
Yes.
Uncle Gaspar, congratulations.
Hello, Uncle. Oh my goodness.
I'm
Family.
listening to the show now.
I love it.
How's everything?
Very good. We're having fun. Thank you for calling.
Listen,
I appreciate it.
I can tell. Listen, do you think Trump gonna make it?
You know what? Good question. I don't know, but I just believe in giving him a chance. That's what I can say. You have to give the man a fair chance. I mean, he won. You cannot take it away from him at this point. The best thing to do is just give him a chance and see what.
Okay, we're gonna give him a try.
See what he can do. There's nothing we can do at this point. He has it.
All right. Once again, Pat, congratulations.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank
We
you
keep
very
in
much.
touch.
I love you.
All
Thank you.
right.
Bye-bye. All right, Doctor.
Okay.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay. So, I've been a chiropractor for 40 years, and I had a standard practice. I got people out of pain. Chiropractic's amazing. And it's based on the body being able to heal itself. I discovered many years ago that there were many people who were not able to get out of pain just through the adjustments or through any of the doctors they were going to. And I realized that there was an emotional component to pain. Mm-hmm. Most people in the audience would realize that they would say that most illness is stress-related. Right. In a conflict, but most people don't really realize that they have stress. They think sometimes they have stress. Right. But if a muscle gets tight, it's constantly pulling. And it may not hurt right now, but it creates a pain condition. If I go in or you go to a massage therapist or something and they rub it, it keeps coming back. And it comes back because there's a constant state of stress. So what I do is I do the manual work on somebody to get rid of the pain, and I address their stress, and I teach them how to calm their body down, which is different than taking a hot bath or listening to music. Right. Because most people don't realize that they're on a high idle. They're constantly stressed out. Mm-hmm. So I'm also a martial artist. Yeah. So I've been doing that for 45 years. So between those two things, I've learned how the body works. And I've learned that most pain conditions are due to the body trying to survive.